Welcome once again, listeners, and this is Fate's Rest. You see, last time, our adventurers, our heroes, I kind of evilly put them in an awkward position.
You put us in a brothel.
Would you like to,
You know, I was going to say,
to elaborate?
you're calling it Fate's Rest, and we're beginning in a brothel. This is not a good chain of events.
He's got a point, you know.
I don't know what to tell you.
Fates wants us to rest in a brothel, apparently.
I mean, that's what I'm hearing.
I mean, it's also an inn.
That's one way.
It's also a very reputable
That's
inn.
one way to get a good night's rest.
Oh my god.
And it starts. All right.
You can't give me this power and expect me not to use it.
Anyway, for the summary, we're in a brothel now. If you haven't listened to the previous episode, go back and listen. Let's start.
That's a pretty good summary. Yeah, it's good. So yeah, you are in the basement, or should I say the dungeon of a brothel.
That's worse.
In a cathedral.
Go back
in
to
a
the basement.
cathedral. In a very large cathedral, with the different shrines to the Five Ascended, with the Vane's shrine in the center. And you have begun to approach the shrine.
I would like to pay my respects to the other shrines before heading up to Devane's.
Of course.
Especially if they're on the way towards his.
Yeah, they're like all along the walls. Like there's two on each side,
Mhm.
and then his is in the middle, like in the back in the middle.
I would like to stand toward the back kind of awkwardly and let Yulby take charge because I have no idea what to do in cathedrals.
All right. So the four shrines you have on the left, there is a shrine with a golden coin, which everyone on the planet would know that's Jack's shrine. And then next to it is a shrine with a hearth fire, it's like a fireplace almost, and that would be Saint Meadowbrook. And then on the right, there is the Lady Shrine, which is almost like a womanly figure in this swaying veil, like a statue of a swaying veil. And next to that is a statue with the scales of justice on it, which would be Asthar.
Yeah, so she'd pay her respects, like flip a coin at Jack's base, offer one of her snacks to Saint Meadowbrook.
One of the special
Yep.
breads, the new breads that she made. It's like, here, this.
I mean, this new one. I hope it works better. Then she'll go see the lady and offer the proper prayers that she's been taught. She'll look at Asthar's kind of like one curt nod, like I got you, and then head to Devane's, and then set the whoopee cushion in front before taking the usual pose for offering prayers.
So Devane's prayer is pretty like, it's this very elaborate and ornate gesture of bowing, like the goofiest bow you could bow because of him being the god of outsiders and outcasts and thievery and trickery and stuff.
I do love, on a side note, Callie stands away from all these gods. She doesn't follow the gods, and then Zug's like, these new gods don't mean anything to me. Disdain from two different reasons on two different folks.
even though he knows one of them personally. Fuck these guys.
He's just a little stuck in his ways.
Yeah, she tries her goofiest bow. Comes with all the clinking and clanks. And then purposefully falls on the whoopee cushion. Before giggling herself.
And as you finish the prayers, you can feel this pulse of magic come from the stones in your axe.
Mhm.
And you start to hear this very joyful laughter throughout the cathedral.
Is it just you'll be or everyone?
Everyone hears it.
Hey, Devane, can we ask you a question?
And appearing in his full court regalia, his full jester's regalia, sitting on top of his own shrine, is now this man looks completely different to every single one of you. As first, he appears to everyone at first as the one person they desire the most. And then he takes on his normal visage. So how does that look to each one of you?
Desire the most?
What kind of desire?
Yeah.
Just the person you want to speak with the most. I'll put it in that way. Devin's the one who made this character, and he made it very finicky. Okay.
That's fair. Okay, so the person we want to see or want to speak to the most. Okay.
Yes.
Then Callie is going to see Pavlov.
All right. And Jester's regalia. It's probably funny as hell.
I mean, it would be if he wasn't dead. Just saying, it's a little morbid. It's
Technically
fine.
not
Go
dead.
on.
I think Yulby would see Jack because she's got a lot of questions to ask.
Yeah.
So I just rolled the die to see, out of the two people that Sig has not seen yet, that he's missing from his previous life, which one it would be. And the die told me that I think at this moment in time, the one he'd probably want to talk to the most would be his youngest daughter.
See, it'd have been funnier if it had been his wife, considering where they're at.
That's probably why he doesn't want to see his wife right now.
He's like, oh my gosh, if I accidentally summoned her here, like, that would be so embarrassing. No, thank you.
I can explain.
Though the funny part would be
Yeah.
is the Jester's regalia is on the person that they want to see, so he'd
Yes.
probably smirk a little bit because his daughter would definitely do something like that to mess with her older sister.
And then after a couple of seconds of seeing this person, he switches into this very, very clown-like appearance. It's got the painted diamonds on his face. He's got his what hair you can see is black and wild. It's, his what of his face is not painted black is painted white. And very, very lean and a lithe person. And he says, "So, you have finally made your way to me. And after that prayer of yours, I can see why the others like you so much. What can I do for you, Daughter of Ira?"
Oh, the gatekeeper said to come visit you for some help for the. She looks to the others. I think it was for the key.
We need to borrow his key, yes.
To circumvent Leviathan's interference in our missions.
Yes.
Oh. He taps his chin with his gestures staff thing. Well, that's not good. And our golden keys could bypass the magic of other gods. I tell you what. I will help the three of you if you pass a test.
Okay.
He looks at the three of you.
We've been having a lot of those lately.
It's just like an irritated twitch in the corner of Kelly's eye.
I feel like I'm back in the college to learning magic all over again with all these tests.
And he smirks. He sees the irritation in Callie's face and the snide comment from Zug. He says, yes. I'd be careful with the looks. As he looks at Callie. Sometimes your face may stick that way. Well, yes, this is a simple task. I just want to make sure that you are trustworthy enough to use a god's key. Even I don't trust the gatekeeper fully, so...
Well, at least we all seem to be on the same boat with that one.
Yes, well, when someone is more powerful than the creator god of the world and listens to the creator god, that's very suspicious. Even for a god of trickery like me.
You'll be tries to follow.
But yes. A test.
So what is the test?
Somewhere in this town, there is a Kenku who has found a way to break the curse on his speech. He is a very hard person to track down, even for me. All you need to do is find him.
And this proves that we're trustworthy. How exactly?
That you would do what I asked. I don't know. Listen, I need him found. If you find him, I will lend you my key.
Do we have a name to try to help find this Kenku? Or something to use in that regard?
The other people in the town call him Squawk.
Descriptive.
I will give you a hint. Possibly. I don't know how well it will help. He is a full raven Kenku. Black, white stripe on his back, everything.
Alright then, it sounds we have to go play a little hide and seek.
Oh, we could do it. Just a little Kenku.
Callie is in the process of actively biting her tongue to not say the thoughts in her brain, so she's just gonna wait for the others to be done and then nod and then leave.
And I will tell you this. He can be anywhere in the town. except for this temple. If he was to step foot in my Temple of Desire, I would find him immediately. So he is not here.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you. She will do her silly bow. Get on with the task.
And he repeats the bow back.
Okay. We leave. Awkwardly walk again through the brothel.
As you walk back up the stairs to the bar and lounge area of the brothel, the scene seems very odd because now it looks like the adventurers from before are in the finery and the changelings are in the adventuring gear and everyday clothes.
Sig's just shaking his head as he leaves.
I'm so confused. There's
I'm
many
too old for this
concern on
shit.
you'll be. Do I look like I'm in finery or am I in my adventuring gear?
Oh, you're in your adventuring gear. Your clothes.
My
y'all's
theory
clothes
is that
do
they're all
match.
changeling.
That would be funny. After you do that meeting with the god, you walk out and you're the one in finery, like your clothes. Like, when did that happen?
Mm.
Okay. Get it back onto the street. I just. Does anyone else ever notice that half the time when gods give you tests, it's just an errand they don't want to do?
I thought that was abundantly clear when they didn't do their jobs the first time. Somebody's got to actually do something for them.
If you think about it, everything's an errand. You even look
That's
at the
the
job
kind of
boards.
stability I want in my life.
So, you've left the brothel, as awkward as it was, and you're back out on the streets of Text.
So happy.
So
I don't
all
know. Maybe
all
maybe
around
just
you,
once. It would be nice to have a god who's like, oh, hey, you're actively trying to clean up our mess and save the world that we messed up and all these things. Like, you know what? Let me give you a test that actually means something. Callie just continues to grumble as they walk down the street. Like, these are all the thoughts she was holding in. She's like,
Well,
Well,
a Kenku.
I would.
Go ahead.
Okay. I would say, from what I know, the master creator, whatever you want to call him, he has a good way of throwing a wrench into anybody's plans, so that's probably a lot of the reason. I'm not making apologies for them, but he definitely likes things a certain way.
if he likes things a certain way, why didn't he just create them that way in the first place?
Because apparently that's less fun.
Anyway, any ideas on finding this person? Just
Oh, yeah. You'll be just yell squawk. Sure.
No, granted-
amazing.
okay,
I want all three of you to roll perception.
so my brain is like, you yell squawk in a city full of Kenku. How many Kenku turn to look?
Can I roll perception to see who might turn to look?
That's what I was asking you to roll perception for.
Oh
I
my
got a
gosh.
7.
7,
What is the point
21.
of having advantage on perception?
21.
I got an 11.
Oh, you still roll low? Well, the only one of you that didn't roll high enough to see anything was Yulby, which is fair.
She was yelling.
Yeah. So Callie and Zug will see countless numbers of people in these crowds around the city all turn and look at you.
And
There are goblins, there are kinkus, there's akarokas, there's furbolgs. All of them have turned to look at her.
so, out of all that turn to look, how many roughly are Kenku?
A good 80% of them.
Gilby,
So, would you say more than 80 people turn to look as Kenku?
Yes, definitely.
Gilby, I don't think
Well,
that's
you're-
the method that's going to be effective.
What was Zug's perception roll again? Was it 22,
That's
right?
21
Yeah.
total.
21. All right, so you actually rolled over the next iteration of the thing here. Zug will notice that there is about, of this entire crowd of people here, about 4 Kinkus alone did not turn and look.
So 4 Kenkus that didn't turn to look. Are any of the Kenku that didn't turn to look Raven in configuration?
They're the
That's a weird way to say that.
They all have the very silky sheen of what would be considered a raven, but they're all wearing cloaks, so you cannot see the white stripe on their neck. But they are all black Kinku.
That would be a very good time for Mage Hand.
Do you have mage hand?
I apparently do not, but Fritz does.
Well, did you say now would be a very good time for Mage Hand aloud, or is this just you talking to yourself?
No, that was not a character.
Okay.
So he's gonna look and he's gonna kind of. Where about roughly are they in the crowd?
So they're spread out. There's one far north of the crowd. You can just out maybe at the very far end of your vision, where you can make them out properly. There's one within maybe like 10 feet of you, who is trying to hurry away. There is 2 of them walking together that seem to be ignoring Yubi.
So the one that's trying to hurry away, Zug would like to convey where that one is to probably Callie, because he thinks Callie would not cause a scene.
Okay. I'm gonna look at this guy, and then I do have Mage Hand. Can I just go and like peek in the back of his cloak? Just lift it up a little bit.
Reach out and
So I was saying, Mage Hand just pull the hood back on Mage Hand like it's the wind.
I mean, he's moving away, so as soon as you go to grab it with the mage hand, it pulls it off.
Cool. Does he have a white stripe?
And so yes, he does. He's got the white poofy feathers, this blackish purple sheen to his feathers that go down into it, and when his hood flops down like that, he begins to move faster.
Cool. You said there's a bunch of like Kenkus and goblins and such here, right? So basically, there's a bunch of real short people. Cool.
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna open my wings and just yeet over them to go land in front of this guy.
Oh boy.
Yubi will be waving to all the people that looked her way.
That tracks.
They start waving back, and then as Callie opens her wings, these brilliant dragon wings that just pop open and take to the air real quick. Every single one of these Kinkus that are looking, Yobi will notice they look extremely furious. And they all go back
And
to what they were
she's
doing.
gonna land in front of the guy that was running away. And just
I think when she takes off, Zug will kind of turn. You'll be this way. I think we got him.
Oh, okay.
And they'll follow through the crowd.
I will wave goodbye.
Wave goodbye to all the angry Kenku.
As-
Don't sleep in this town tonight.
No, I'll just sleep in the brothel.
Because apparently fate wants us there.
Mm-hmm.
And as you land in front of this Kinku and the others come up behind him, he flops backwards to the ground, kind of startled, and he squawks a bit, trying not to make any noises that would make anything different,
Okay. Just,
like different sound effects, almost like a mockingbird.
hello there. I saw you hurrying away, and we are looking for someone, so I thought perhaps you had some information.
Kind of stares blankly. He starts making noise again, and these different sound effects and excerpts and song lyrics and all kinds of weird stuff.
Are we close enough to?
Oh yeah, y'all are right behind him.
So, can we insight to see if he's trying to make stuff up? Like it's not perfect renditions of songs.
Oh sure, for sure, insight that.
Okay.
All three of you, matter of fact,
So that's a
because you're all listening to him.
15 on my end.
15,
18.
18.
14?
All right. Well, the 15 and 14 don't notice. However, the 18 actually does. And a lot of these song lyrics and sounds that he's trying to mimic, Yulby knows these songs. She knows that those aren't even close to the words of the song.
Okay, why don't
Look
we...
at him confused. So, because he's making all these songs, right? And they're obviously not the right lyrics. Can I parse out what the right lyrics are to these songs?
Yeah. So essentially, he's changing instead of mimicking the lyric perfectly like a Kinku would. He's changing certain words in it to make it sound like he's the one speaking instead of the lyric speaking. It's very subtle, but you'll be able to notice it because she knows the song lyrics.
Well, that doesn't sound right. You okay there, little buddy?
He says a bunch of different things, and he sighs. Well, crap. That was fast.
Yeah, that's not really how the songs go at all.
And then the voice begins to change. And it sounds of that of Devane. And he says that, yeah, I was hoping y'all wouldn't have noticed that. Poofs into his gestures uniform. Well, that's fun.
She's gonna poke him. Be like,
Very
tag.
fast. Yes. Yes. You have succeeded. You have outwitted the god of trickery. Hooray, hooray. He stands up, brushes himself off. Yes, come with me. And he heads back into the brothel.
One more awkward walk through the brothel.
Feels like we can't make up our minds.
We need to, like, make a counter for this at this point. 3. Anyway.
As you walk back through the brothel, it's empty. There's no one in there. The sounds have all completely stopped.
Oh.
The lights are down,
Oh.
dim.
Kelly is much more comfortable as she walks through the brothel this time.
Oh yeah.
He hops up on and sits down on the counter of the bar. So, well, Jack did warn me that you were a lot brighter than the others have let on. That was very fast.
Well, when you
I
need
made
to
a fatal
find a
mistake.
person, you just kind of call for him.
Yeah, I was not expecting that.
And the one that doesn't look up at all and starts running away is very suspicious.
Again, I wasn't expecting that. Kind of startles you a little bit when your name is screamed out over the top of everybody. Also, looks at Callie. Very nice wings.
Thank you.
Yes, well, test is over. You passed. This has been fun.
I'm glad we could amuse you.
He
Maybe.
poofs away, and the gold key is sitting on the counter.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yells to the void. I thought he was going to play some more. I'm very confused.
Apparently, it's a one and done kind of game.
At the very least, even though he's the god of trickery, at least he keeps his word. Unless that key is fake, in which case, well,
I'm gonna pick it up.
Mm-hmm. It feels kind of heavy for a gold key, but yeah.
I'm going to inspect it.
Inspect it. Roll me an investigation.
Good luck, Gilby. That's a natural 12 for a 10.
Oh man, it doesn't seem a miss for you. It seems like it should be a gold key.
Should be good then. She'll do the whole key pat in her hand. Ready to go?
let's go.
I will find a door.
Not the
Check
door to the right
main
down the
entryway.
stairs. Any other door.
Any other door.
Closest door to the bar would be the one that at the top of the
Okay.
stairs. It is
Okay, what
currently
about the
closed.
one that we just came through?
That one is also an option. It's right there.
The one behind the bar is
You
if you
going?
continue forward. The one we came in is if you turn around and go back.
Mm-hmm.
I want to continue forward. I want to hop over the bar.
All right, hop over the bar.
I'm just gonna
I'll
follow.
use that door.
Yeah, follow along.
And you put the key in the keyhole of this door, and you turn it. And go ahead and roll me a. Let's see. For this one, I want a sleight of hand. That makes sense.
And that 20 for a 21, please, and thank you.
Nat 20. So the key has a little bit of difficulty going into this lock because it's an old pantry lock and it doesn't seem to want to open. And we open the door. And through the door is once again the brothel. It is now again lively, and there are patrons in it. It is back to the sounds it was before, and the man standing behind the bar. It's almost as if you just walked back through the front door.
Look back into the room where it's empty.
You know,
Callie waves at you through the door.
if one thing could be easy, that would be asking for too much, I feel.
Oh, maybe we collect all the keys. I'm just gonna take the key back out of the door and go through it into the next room.
Okay. And you enter back into the brothel again. This time, both the patrons and the workers are all changelings. Barkeeper's still an elf.
This reeks of workplace discrimination. The poor guy who's not a changeling is the bartender, everybody else.
Very confused.
Okay. So the key doesn't work the way it's supposed to, or should we go back to the chapel?
We picked the wrong door.
That's also a possibility.
Back to the chapel, I guess? Sounds right. Sounds good.
You walk into the chapel, and you can feel the pulse from the gemstones on the axe again, and you hear Devane's laugh, but nothing else happens.
He's definitely playing a game.
Figured that would be self-explanatory. Being a god of trickery and all that.
Do we have to find Squawk again?
I think we should try another door and see if they're still messed up. Make sure it's not a pantry door.
I'll try a different door.
From the chapel, you have the chapel's door, and then you have the door far across to the other side of the hallway.
I'll try the chapel door first.
Yeah. As you turn the key and open the door, you are back in the lobby of the brothel.
I'm gonna just close it.
You're just gonna close it? You're not gonna walk through it?
It's the same thing again.
I'm gonna go to that same door that she just put the gold key in and put the black key in it and then try to open it. I'm just curious.
When you try the black key, it opens to the this black inky stuff.
Okay,
from
gonna
before.
close that again. Hold on. Trickery. Let's see. Okay, I think if I were trying to play a trick on a bunch of people who seem too serious, right? Let me try to imagine what my Fae friends would do. I think we should try it in the door to the right.
Okay. She'll go that way.
Again, as you get closer to the door, it's the unspeakable sounds. And they get louder and louder as you get closer to the door.
You'll see her ears go back down. Maybe they start turning a darker purple color.
You turn the key, open the door, and it's the lobby of the brothel again.
Well, it was a good guess.
I close the door.
We quickly
I
hurry
knock
out of that
on
hall.
the door. No, she'll knock on that door.
You get no answer, except for an awkward pause in the sounds.
She'll look back at everyone else like, I mean, if it's a trick, then this is the door to open, right?
Yes, I suppose so. Would you like me to open it? mean, you
Yes.
just. Yes.
She will step back.
I'm going to open the door and look inside. Do I see
Well,
exactly what
it's very-
the sounds expect me to see,
what
or
you think it is? Yes, you see exactly what the sounds expect you
Okay.
to see.
Kelly not sharing a species with any of these people is totally unbothered by this. I'm just gonna shut the door. It's fine. And look back at Yulby and shake her head. Maybe the I'm not sure. Should we leave this building and then try?
We could talk to the barkeeper.
But
Looks to Zug.
My only as a last thought would be to try the main doors of the lobby there, but other than that, I'm out of ideas.
We could try. And then talk to the keeper.
okay, we're gonna go that way. Callie quietly grumbling something about, it's not like they're on any sort of time schedule to save the world or anything.
Alright. So you make your way back up to the lobby. Once again, the scene has changed. The bartender is still exactly the same. Cleaning glasses, serving drinks. Instead of changelings, every single person in this room now looks completely different. There's every race you can imagine in this room now.
They can't possibly do that every time any customer walks in and out, can they?
Maybe it's just us.
I'm just waiting for the bartender to change. That's when you know shit's got real.
I have a suspicion that the bartender is our host.
Isn't
The
that
one-
what the bartender is?
No, I just mean I think it might be Devane, possibly. The one playing the tricks. In tricks like these, you look for the one thing that's unusual, right? That's, the only thing that's not changing. So that makes it unusual.
Besides
Yeah,
that
but
room.
I don't. I don't really know where you insert a key into bartender
You just
in
talk to
polite company.
him. Like, looks at him like lightly mortified. Like, why did you think I was gonna put the key in?
I'm gonna go try and open the door.
The main lobby
Yeah, with the key.
door. It opens into the lobby
Do we
again.
see
Well, this is weird.
ourselves?
No.
Or close it. What if I open the doors without the key? Do I see outside?
Yes.
Close it.
Gonna walk over to the barkeep. Just. Hello. Let's see. Do you happen to know anything about any secrets about keys that I'm supposed to be getting from you?
Keys. I could give you a key if you pay for a room.
Yes,
I don't-
please. That's what I'll do.
Didn't know there was anything. Sure, 1 gold per night. 2 if you want company.
I have no interest in company. Thank you. Set the 1 gold down.
Hands you a key. Looks pretty identical to the one that was set on the bar before.
To the gold one that we have.
Yep.
And how do we know which room this corresponds to?
This is for room 12.
All right, and she
back,
actually
left
has
hallway.
one. What room does that one go to?
this one doesn't. This is not one of my
Oh.
keys.
Right?
I don't paint my keys gold.
Well, I mean, I suppose somebody could, right? Thank you, though, for your assistance. Gonna go back over to the group and shrug a little. Just, my next idea is to try the room that this key goes to. I don't know.
Let's try it.
Gonna go up the stairs and try room 12 with Yulby's key.
It's a with Yulby's key.
Yeah.
It opens back into the lobby.
Close it again.
There is
what
a
about the key
silent
black?
rage in in Kelly's eyes, and she's like, it's taking all of her willpower right now to keep her cool.
Use Callie's key to the room.
Yeah, you use the other key. It opens into a very dark, mood-lit room with a banister bed and lots of leather and rope.
Close that door. Hides her face in her hands. I'm being tested.
Okay. Gonna look around. I'm gonna pull out the egg again and open it. And imagine that this fairy stone is gonna give me some sort of clue as to what to do to get back to the tavern. Like, is it gonna show me which door to open? Like, I don't know. Even an arrow in the right direction? Anything.
All right. Roll me an Arcana check.
Of course she would roll a 4. It was only an important roll. That's a 6 total.
6 total. So the vision you get from the stone is the lobby. Because of the low Arcana roll, you don't get much more. Have I broken you yet?
You've certainly
I'm
broke-
waiting for Callie to say anything.
I have more patience than Kelly does, but you've definitely you've gone past her patience at this point.
You okay?
Just like takes several seconds to answer, takes a deep breath, shoves the egg back into her bag. Just I'm fine. I think the answer has something to do with the lobby, but I'm not sure what it would be.
To the lobby. I'm just gonna use the key in the door so we don't have to walk down the stairs.
I mean, valid.
Perfect. You walk in, and again, the patrons and workers have all changed again. Everybody's different. Actually, most of them all look like a single person, like identical person, and then the other ones look like another identical person. Like you're standing in a room of clones, but wearing different clothes. The bartender is still standing there as an elf.
Hey, Yulby.
Yes.
You know that thing where you can detect the presence of gods or whatever?
Oh yeah. I'd like to do that.
All right.
Define sense, please.
So you do this. You do this, and you sense you sense a bunch of magic everywhere. And then you sense coming from the bartender, divine magic.
Mm-hmm. Yobi's just gonna look at the other two, kind of do like a little shrug, and then walk over to the bartender, take a seat. Pats the seats next to her for the other two to come join her.
Take a seat. It's a very grumpy sit, if that makes sense. It's like a flops into chair kind of sit.
upset
A
teenager
little
sit.
bit.
The bartender looks up from cleaning the glass. Was the room not satisfactory?
What's your name? Mhm.
My name. And he grins. It's about time you asked. He snaps his fingers, and before you stands Devane once again. Devane the Jovial. At your service.
Are you though?
Oh, he served you the room key, though.
Just gonna slide the room key back.
He slides the gold back. Now that I have had my fun, that you figured it out, though I did think it was going to take you significantly longer, it was fun. And he reaches into the poof around his around his neck, and pulls out this very brilliantly shining gold key. And he says, "This will get you to the tavern. And honestly, I have another, so you can keep that one.
Oh, this squint.
But I will want my trick key back."
What I would like to do is put down the trick key, but also be touching the new key at the same time before handing it off.
Well, yeah, as soon as you put down the new key, he lets go of the other key, and you can take it.
I'm gonna inspect this key too.
See, this one is significantly lighter,
Uh-huh.
and the surface is a lot more smooth than the other one.
Uh-huh.
So you could viably consider this is actually gold this time. It is not a trick this time. I am very pleased with the fun we had. And as for you, daughter of Ira, a gift. And he touches the head of the axe, and another gemstone appears.
Oh. Thank you.
Mhm.
I'm still gonna be guarding this
Remind
key,
me
though.
again which ones you have in there.
She has all of them, but
You're missing 2. I know that.
no, she's not missing 2.
Is she
No,
not?
she's gonna need Asthar's. She's got Jack. She's has St. Meadowbrook. She just got
Right.
Devane's.
I was speaking of the ones you
And she
already
has
had,
the
'cause I
ladies.
don't remember them. Let's see. This one is a black and red ruby.
Cool bean.
Now, and he looks it through you. Now, hurry, hurry. The gatekeeper is waiting. You will only tolerate my games for so long. Go, go.
Gonna look over at Devane and just perhaps when all this is done and I'm not hurrying to try to make a friend's sacrifice worth something, I'll actually come back and enjoy one of your games.
As long as you don't head down the right door again.
Oh no, never again. And
She shrugs a little. Then we'll like they'll leave. It's like, all right, shrug.
I mean,
Clearly some mortals enjoy that activity, otherwise they wouldn't be engaging in it. So
This is the Temple of Desires as you all leave. And you turn the key in the door, and you enter the tavern.
I'm gonna do a hesitant step in anyway.
The barkeeper is standing, or the gatekeeper is standing behind the bar, and with this very, very frustrated, like holding his temple like he has a migraine type of thing. He was playing games, wasn't he?
Oh yes. I was worried I was about to step into a brothel again.
you sent us to the
I
god
was-
of trickery. Were you expecting something different?
He was the closest to you all. I don't. That one is frustrating.
Oh, like cats.
I was ready to burn the establishment to the ground, so there's that.
What if we gift him a cat? We'll go find a cat and it'll be a great time.
We can gift him the cat we just lost.
Oh yeah. Maybe they're meant to be together.
Give him Leonard. I mean, that seems kind of rude for Leonard, but I guess it's fair.
I think they would have fun.
I agree. I think they'd have a lot of fun. We should do that.
It's so mean. Alright. Well, let me see his key, and I will...
I will show it to
Set it
him
to the
because he wanted to
destination
see
you will
it.
He reaches out and pokes it, and it makes this bright shine. And so, alright, that should take you to the city I promised the first time.
And how has your mission been?
Oh, finding Leonard? He is currently in his library, though the spirit is not happy.
Is the spirit in the library with him?
Yes.
Well, that is the arrangement the spirit agreed to, so I suppose he should have listened better when he was agreeing to things. Just gonna turn and start walking for the door.
He shrugs. Cats be what they be.
I have a question, gatekeeper.
Yes.
I don't want to
Yes.
meet Father Jack, whoever he is. Could I see him?
Your father?
Yes.
Oh, yes. And he says, And he turns around and he touches this big mirror that's behind the bar that has all the liquor and stuff stacked behind it. And he touches it and it shimmers, and it shows a man in a very, very dark-skinned man, drow, in a long leather duster. His face is partially covered with almost like a wrap or a turban, and he's walking through the desert. He says, "This is your father. They call him the Wanderer."
Why is he in the desert?
That's just where he happens to be at this current time.
he's still alive?
Yes. When Ira was killed, died, her sister, Tamara, cursed him with everlasting life.
I am beginning to think
He-
that if I ever have the power to, I would like to probably remove Tamara from this plane.
Yes, the goddess of love, vengeance, and curses is a very fickle woman. At one time, the Wanderer was a god, like Ira, and he lost his powers to who we now know as Jack in a game of cards.
I am very confused.
I swear gods are the least responsible beings.
Yes, we are.
I don't know about that. The ones I knew were generally pretty good about things. Minus
Well, the
Tamara.
responsible ones tend to die.
Why is she in charge of love and curses and vengeance? That seems very
Because-
mixed up.
Well, the way we were taught it was love and hate are two sides of the same coin, so can't have one without the other.
There are also some who say love is a curse.
Mm. Doesn't sound like a good one then.
I don't know.
Okay,
If you
well
say
thank
love's
you.
You say love's a curse, that was the best curse I ever had.
Curses aren't always bad.
From my understanding, they are.
Wouldn't they be called blessings if they weren't bad?
Points to Callie.
Not all blessings are good either.
So do they just call them anything they want to call them then?
Yes, gods pretty much do what they want.
Why don't they just call it a blurse then? A
What?
blurse, a blessing and a curse.
So what you're saying is a blessing and a curse are exactly the same thing. It just depends on what the god wants to call it at the time.
Well, I think
Exactly.
it also depends on the perspective of those that are bestowed.
This is also true.
And I've always been a fan of a clussing.
That makes it sound
That
worse.
sounds dirty. Do not say it. dirty. Alright. Well, the door should open to the right place now.
Okay, well thank you.
I will see you back here when the task is done, or depending on how fate twists, you may not come back here. Fate works in weird ways.
You say that like you know something.
Oh no. It's totally, as long as I can keep Leviathan from realizing you're using one of the gods' keys now, you should be fine.
Or it'll turn into a black void again. We should hide the key.
It might be worse with us being persistent.
Yeah, my knowledge of him, he doesn't like to be challenged.
He does not. He just hasn't openly challenged me yet, so he's fine for now.
All right, let's get back to work then. I suppose it's a bit of a race again.
Onward. I'm gonna open the door.
Alright. So this time, the door opens to a very cold mountain village.
Door opens to a brothel.
I was expecting it. And I was like, well,
We live here now, I guess.
yeah.
Oh no. It opens to a very cold, windy mountain village. Small buildings, all made of stone and wood, and surprisingly large town for a mountain village. As you walk through the door, Yulby and Callie will notice Zug is not with you. And that is where we will end the episode.
Dun dun dun.
We shall end the episode doing the one thing that we're told to never do in D&D, or always do in D&D, depending on how sadistic you are.
I don't.
Oh, we open the
Split-
door and we
I don't
split
understand.
Yep.
the party.
Maybe this is when I go to playing instead of 1.5 characters, playing 2 characters. Denied. Alrighty. So, the light up 5 stars joke is not terrible because we are no longer in the brothel. That's a plus. However, there for a moment, we were possibly going to light up a brothel, so that's different. So, 5 stars, best stars, 1 star, mean star. Let us know what you think, what you're liking, what you're disliking, so we can improve to make it better for everybody involved. And don't go to repeating brothels.
Or really any.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess
I'm not
you.
going to tell people how to live their life. I mean,
I guess you can go but you know, treat people with respect or whatever. Don't be jerks. Anyway,
Pay them right as well.
yeah, pay people for an honest day's work. Anyway,
heard it's rather stiff employment.
Oh no. What about our Discord,
You were
Neko?
waiting for that one, weren't you? I think you broke Neko.
this is fine. By the way, our Discord does have a not safe for work channel that you can go in there and hide all of your thoughts about this episode in. But otherwise, we have a bunch of other channels that you can hop on and just chat with us. And I don't know, we'd love to see you. So come on by our Discord. The link's down below.
I'm going to refrain from a joke I thought about. I'm just not going to do it. Check out our socials. Fates Rest on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. That's it. Join our Discord. Maybe remind me about the episode. And maybe I'll tell you the joke then. If I remember. Good luck!
I guess I can handle sticking in all the jokes.
Get out.
Get out.
Heat
Lastly,
exhaustion
Go
of
ahead.
the brain.
Lastly, I will leave you with the topic of the week. This time, I want to hear about the mean and awkward tricks a god plays on the players. These times that the god has essentially took it upon themselves to play a trick or to personally mess with the party for some reason or another. It doesn't matter the reason. Those are always the most fun as a DM.
Fair enough. All right, yeah. We'll talk about it then. We love you.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.